I can play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me. Man, Odell with the hands, thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mike, set, 180.
Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
On 1st and 10, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing is Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. His secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18. Ballhawks last week, they had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Check. Watch 54. Go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Saints take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He'll have another first down and more. And down right around the 37. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
A gain of 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
59. I got it. Jam him. Jam.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strong right. Strong right. I got wide. I got wide. I got wide. Shift.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
59.
Makes it third and inches.
Check three.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin, 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton flushed out right. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 57 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Here we go. Let's get it.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't doing nothing.
Express.
You ain't doing nothing today. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Kill. Hey, easy.
Breeze going to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Guys, out
one time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up. Hey, easy.
Right there.
Right there.
From the gun, it's Breeze.
Here we go, D.
And he finds Cook. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Ready? 10-2 saw. 6-6, bullet high. Shoot.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's third down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
21.
7-7, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
59.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Tight dog.
Ready, tight.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown to Oil. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
16-yard line.
20.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
I got him.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
26 yards.
We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Motion. Gun. Mike 55. Hey, defense, let's go.
Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Third and long, it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, kill. Watch the boot. 13. Hey, Foxtrot. Here we go.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Man out. Tonight.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brees to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Right there.
Shotgun now for Brees. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 9, check 9.
Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Newton, and open here is Hogan. He's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We got 4. We got 4.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Express.
Dash, go.
Great.
Orbit. Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, and the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Right to the 3. Gun.
Let's go.
Ready.
From the gun, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. This is taken at about the 14. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
$59. Let's go.
Easy, opposite.
We got to step it up. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch edge. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
11.
Buzz.
Hey, easy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, Charlotte. Here we go. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. First down, New Orleans.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half for Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd and 9, Breeze dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Dante Jackson on the tackle. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 95, 56.
59, Mike to 59.
Hey, here we go. 36, 36.
Mike, check.
Ready, take.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's time. And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop.
Here we go. Ready?
Check. Watch 54.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now Newton on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves. Been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
No chance.
Express. 20. Ready?
Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards.
In your face.
Complete to Chris Hogan.
Kill.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mike's 5'4".
Watch the screen. Ready?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 4-yard line.
Again, Newton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Mike, ready? 5-9.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now Breeze.
Cut.
Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check. Hey! Alert flare.
Gun.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just about on his own goal line. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Breeze to throw. And that will be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's taken on the 25. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Newton now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Don't say nothing.
Check 26, check 26.
Check 99.
It's 2nd
Check
and
99.
inches at the Saints' 17-yard line.
20.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Gun.
That's good for Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Set.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On the ball. Check 24. Check 24.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Express.
I got motion, man.
Great.
I got this. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Newton now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll cut the lead back down to 3. I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Breeze here finding Kamara, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Thomas, the intended target. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in the